Disclaimer. All information is directly pulled from the most current listings of United States codes at the time of uploading. No person should take the information or interpretations presented here as legal advice, or advice of any kind. All legal research or request for legal interpretations should be done individually, as all information presented can be changed at any moment. United States Code Title II, the Congress. Chapter 5, Library of Congress. Section 142b, Certifying Officers of the Library of Congress, Accountability, Relief by Comptroller General. First consideration. The text reads: On and after June 13, 1957, each officer and employee of the Library of Congress, including the Copyright Office, who has been duly authorized in writing by the Librarian of Congress to certify vouchers for payment from appropriations and funds, shall. This means, as of June 13, 1957, all employees of the Library of Congress that are authorized by the Librarian to certify payment vouchers, have the following responsibilities. Line 1. The text reads: Be held responsible for the existence and correctness of the facts recited in the certificate or otherwise stated on the voucher or its supporting papers, and for the legality of the proposed payment under the appropriation or fund involved. This means, they are responsible for the vouchers, certificates, and all other supporting documents being correct and the payments being made to be legal. Line 2 was repealed. Line 3. The text reads: Be held responsible and accountable for the correctness of the computations of certified vouchers. This means, they are responsible for the calculations of their vouchers. Line 4. The text reads: And be held accountable for and required to make good to the United States the amount of any illegal, improper, or incorrect payment resulting from any false, inaccurate, or misleading certificate made by him, as well as for any payment prohibited by law or which did not represent a legal obligation under the appropriation or fund involved. This means, they are responsible for paying back or being fined if a certified voucher is incorrect in any way, whether or not it was intentional. Illegal transactions of incorrect government funds are also included in this rule. Second conditions. The text reads: Provided, that the Comptroller General of the United States may, at his discretion, relieve such certifying officer or employee of liability for any payment otherwise proper whenever he finds. This means, the Comptroller General can undo the liability these employees have for voucher if they find any of the following. Line 1. The text reads: That the certification was based on official records and that such certifying officer or employee did not know, and by reasonable diligence and inquiry could not have ascertained, the actual facts. This means, if the employee could not have reasonably known it was incorrect even after a thorough investigation. Line 2. The text reads: Or that the obligation was incurred in good faith, that the payment was not contrary to any statutory provision specifically prohibiting payments of the character involved, and the United States has received value for such payment. This means, if the transaction details were legitimate and in good standing and the United States has been given payment of some other form of the same value. Third condition. The text reads: Provided further, that the Comptroller General shall relieve such certifying officer or employee of liability for an overpayment for transportation services made to any common carrier covered by Section 3726 of Title 31, whenever he finds that the overpayment occurred solely because the administrative examination made prior to payment of the transportation bill did not include a verification of transportation rates, freight classifications, or land grant deductions. This means, the Comptroller General can also remove the liability of these employees for paying too much in transportation fees, as long as they are from a covered carrier as stated in United States Code Title 31, Section 3726. This release of liability can be made if the first step of administrative examination of the transport bill was done prior to the payment and could not have seen transportation rates, freight classes, or land grant deductions. I am not a lawyer, a politician, a representative of the United States government, or an expert in any field related to any of the information being presented here. I am merely a concerned citizen hoping to bring the rules that dictate our country to light in an easier to understand fashion than is being presented to us currently. Thank you. Please go to the Office of the Law Revision Council for a complete list of up-to-date versions of United States codes. The link is in the description below. https://uscode.house.gov. Please like and subscribe for more releases and updates.